Hey guys, Tychonderus here again doing another action figure review, and this time it's for something I picked up recently, and it is the movie adaptation of Stephen King's It, Pennywise the Clown. Um, so I haven't actually seen the movie for this. I've only seen the original Tim Curry one where he has the clown and he's like going waha waha waha. But other than that, I haven't seen this adaptation. I did watch a one of the Channel Awesome's kind of reviews where it kind of compares both its, and from what I can see, they were basically making fun of the new version for being too scary, in the sense that clowns aren't meant to be scary, and it's supposed to entice the children to actually go with the clown, as opposed to as the new one, as the original TV series one made out, Tim Curry's version of it, the clown was actually more kind of a comedic thing, whereas the newer one, the clown is more for shock and horror. Pennywise's clown persona is more for horror and scare tactics. So, before I go on to the figure, I'll just go on with the box. So as far as I know, this is called the Ultimate Edition Pennywise. So it comes in the kind of standard Ultimate Edition boxes. So you have a opening case. Hang on, let me just bring down the brightness there of my backlight. So you have an opening window display box, and then you have an image of Pennywise on the inside cover of the box, and then you have just the It in the red markings. You got an image of Pennywise from the actual movie, from what it looks like, because you don't get a hand that can simulate that look on the side. And then it shows other bits of Pennywise on the back of the box. So you have the extra hands, the different heads, etc., which I'll get into. And then it says It. 7 friends engage in a struggle with the demon they first encountered 30 years earlier in their Maine hometown. And then flipping back around, you get the same image again. And then you just got all the legalese stuff on the back of bottom of the box. The image on the front is basically, from what I can tell, it's the same cover artwork or poster work they use for the posters for the film, and it's the same that they've used for the DVD covers. So it's literally a nod to that. So, box aside, onto the figure itself, and the figure is pretty cool and it's very creepy. So, onto its accessories. So initially you get 2 hands on the figure in the box. So you get this open palm left hand, which is attached to the figure, and this kind of grasping hand for the right, which is designed to hold onto this, which is the boat that you see in the film, the SS Georgie. Let's see if we can bring it up any way closer. Not sure if you can see that, but it's the SS Georgie. It's supposed to be made out of paper, which is pretty much original what the original film had, which was the I think it's like the one of the main kid's brother, who's the kid with the yellow jacket on the cover of the box. Basically, is the first kid you see go missing in the original movie. I can't remember if it's the same. I don't know if it's the same in the new one. And then for alternate heads, you have this kind of creepy. Let me see if I can get the focus, because it's quite white. So bear with me a second. My lights seem to be washing out the effect. There we go. Let's see if that's better. So you got this kind of just glaring face, which I just dropped. You got the demon head face, which has the kind of more demonic teeth kind of showing. And then the head that you get on him, I think this is the head that came with him in the box, is kind of a smirky smiley face. And to swap out the head, you just pull the head off. There's a little peg. It's actually a double peg. As you can see on the neck joint, there's actually a dual neck joint, one in here, one on the base of the neck, or base of the neck, base of the head. And then you can just put on whichever head you want, and it goes up. Basically you can simulate the way he works in the film. So as I said, he comes with those alternate hands. He comes with those hands attached. These are the alternate hands he comes with, which is another open palm for the right hand. And he comes with this balloon grasping hand for his left. Now, the way it works, if I can pull the balloon out without damaging it too much, and I'm not sure if you can see it, there is a tiny little hole sculpted into the hand, so that the balloon is actually separate when you get it. So you have to kind of thread the balloon through the fingers, so it looks like he's holding the balloon with his index and trigger and thumb. So he's quite multi-jointed as well, which is pretty cool. So I'll just swap back to his more neutral head. And just for swapping out the hands, hopefully this works without breaking the peg. Pegs are quite small on the hand, so you have a small little peg on the hand, and then you get the hand you want. There's a small hole on the back of it, and you just peg it into place. So you can have them doing kind of miming or waving with they look almost like waving hands. So you can get different poses out of them. Sculpt wise, he's fantastic. The paint is really nice. The face isn't just a pure white. There's actually kind of a wash over it. I'm not sure if the camera is picking it up because of the lighting I have. He's quite jointed, so he has a rotation in the arm. As I mentioned, the joints in the neck. He has a ball joint, or kind of a swivel joint in the waist, and can kind of go up and down a bit. He does have splits, but they are hindered by the skirt piece, and he has swivels up at the very top of the hip, so you can swivel his legs. He has dual jointed knees, which are quite stiff, but you do get a double joint on the knee. He has a swivel as well up at the at both joints, so he's a double swivel. And then he has ball rocker kind of style ankles, so he has a hinge on the ankle, and then it can pivot forward and back and can turn side to side, and that's on both sides. For the rest of the arms, he has a upper swivel. He has the ball joint out to the side. He has a double hinged elbow, which is really nice, gives him great range of movement. He actually has a hinge on the hand, as well as a swivel where the peg pegs in, and then there you can actually move the inner piece as well, just to get a bit more posability out of it as well. Now there are some rubbery bits on him, like these cuffs, and as I said, the skirt piece is kind of rubbery, but it does hinder his splits. He can get to do the splits a good bit, but it's a little bit hindered. This is the first version of it to be released over here, or sorry, Pennywise. I do know they are releasing the Tim Curry version here as well, but I'm not sure when. I'm really looking forward to that one, because that's the kind of definitive Pennywise creature that I remember from my own childhood. But this new one, I do want to actually get to watch the movie, but unfortunately I haven't got around to picking it up yet, or seeing it on any streaming channels yet that I subscribe to. So eventually I will pick it up. So let's see if we can just. I'm not sure if they're doing any other kind of figures of it, because I'm not sure if there's. I know in the original movie there was like kind of a weird, kind of big monster creature near in one of the parts for it. So I'm not sure if they're going to do something like that. Neca are good at doing big creatures like the Spider Gremlin, the recently released Spider Gremlin that they made. So doing big kind of monstrous creatures like that is nothing new for them. But I do hope they might continue the line with maybe some other characters if they go ahead and make other characters, or just if they kind of do other versions of Pennywise that you see throughout the film. So there you go, guys. Just a quick video review. Actually, just before I go, there is peg holes on the feet as well, so if you have stands, you will stand in a peg hole. And I shall get out the old tape measure. I'm trying to do these more often with the tape measure, so he stands about 7.5, nearly 8 inches with the sculpt of the hair. And for size comparison, because I was doing some kind of diorama photos with her, here he is with the only sort of child-sized character that I have from Neca, which is Newt from Aliens. So you can see he scales up pretty well with child-sized characters. And do I have any of the regular sized characters? Unfortunately, I don't have any of the other kind of standard Neca 7-inch figures. But just for another size comparison, I do have the First Order Disguise Finn from The Last Jedi, which is a 6-inch scale, so you can see the height difference between the two figures. And so there you go, guys. Quick video review for Pennywise from the new version of it. I think it's the 2017 version of it. So as I say in my videos, I hope you enjoyed my videos. Please feel free to subscribe to my channel and feel free to comment in the comment section below. Cheers, guys.